Hello everyone, Dr. Casen coming to you from Westlake, Ohio, and I'm so excited to introduce you to Nora. And I know we were just talking and it's been over 3 years now.
That's right, 3 years.
Since you've been a part of our practice, and it's really exciting. And I know for a lot of you at home, what we're going to talk about today might be something common that you might be experiencing right now and you don't think that there are other options for you. So Nora, what would you say, like when you first came in, do you remember 3 years ago, and a friend told you about our office, and when you first came in, what were you experiencing in your body?
Well, I was having trouble getting good sleep because I was in a lot of pain. My neck was very painful, especially when I would lay down. And I had gotten a good bed, so I knew my bed was not the problem. And I was beginning to feel a lot of like a congested feeling at the base of my neck, and really was leading to headaches. And so I was consequently I was not getting enough sleep, and I would wake up every morning pretty much feeling miserable, and then finding that I would need to take like an ibuprofen or another type of pain medication upon rising. And I realized I was starting to do it almost every day. That was really concerning to me.
Every single day?
Nearly. I tried not to do it, but it was like, well, do you have a good day, or do you have a day that you're in pain and you can't function? So I started to realize that, I'm not a person who would have taken very much, ibuprofen typically, but it was starting to become like something I pretty much had to do in order to get up, get moving, and do what I needed to do, and try to be a pleasant person.
And at home, for the people that are watching us, what do you do, Nora? So right. For your, I like to call you and our others at home that are in the school system an occupational athlete, because right. You have to have energy throughout the day, and you can't be thinking about a nagging headache all day as you're working with
right.
people.
So I teach. So I'm teaching middle school and junior high age students, and
woohoo.
And it, so they don't really care if you're having a bad day, right? And they shouldn't have to worry about your energy not being great. So I wanted to make sure that I could function every day, and that I could maintain like a good level of energy, and I needed to be able to sleep to do that. And also, obviously, if my neck was hurting, because I had chiropractic as a kid, and then I was away from it for many years.
Okay.
And so then when I came back to it, I already knew the benefits of chiropractic, but I figured there was an underlying cause as to why my neck was constantly giving me problems, and beginning to become mobility problems, being able to turn, like even just, you pull out in your car, you should be able to turn around and look. And I realized when I came here that I was also having more range of motion problems than I realized. So,
and I think that's the big thing too, is you don't know what you don't know.
It's incremental. It's very slow.
It's a process. Yeah. So speeding up to, and I know we just went over your annual results, and it gives me little goosebumps here when we are looking at your history and how far you've come. What would you say the biggest thing is that has improved in your life since you started 3 years ago?
Well, I don't have chronic pain. I occasionally will have a bad day, but it's pretty occasional. So I'm really, for the most part, and I'm getting very good sleep every night. My range of motion has improved. I'm not taking medication. I wouldn't say ever, but pretty rarely. And then I've also tried to incorporate a lot of the other nutritional and other things that have been shared through getting care at the drugless doctors.
So would you say you're a better driver too, because you were talking
Impossible. No. Yeah, I mean, I think I've been a better, everything. I've tried to be more conscious of the fact that I have to take care of my body, and how I move my body. And also I also think maybe this is something that maybe doesn't get said a lot at this practice. I don't know how many people tell you this, but it's been very it's been a comfort, and also a practical good for me to know that I have a team of people that I can talk to about related issues. I had a different more of a superficial infection, which you and I had talked about. And it's just good to be able to say, hey, you know, I'm experiencing thus and such, or I'm being advised this or that, and see how it can work with chiropractic, or possibly maybe some other ideas about overall care. Because most of us don't go to see the doctor, a medical doctor, unless we're sick. And if we're not sick, we're just kind of doing what we need to do. It's nice to know there's a group of people that would have our best interests at heart. It could at least share in an overall care plan, especially if we have maybe even some non-chiropractic issues that would come up, like a virus or something that somebody might have, or an infection or something, to know that, you know, I could come and ask and get some overall guidance, and then have my care kind of streamlined with that. And that's actually been probably bigger than I would have thought, a bigger benefit than I would have expected. So thank you for your help.
Thank you. Well, that was the chiropractic story also overall, because really at our office, and whether it's myself or Dr. Anthony or Dr. Bob, our goal is to really get to the root cause of what's going on, and then find ways to help and assist you throughout the process to see how that aligns with the healing process. It's not that there's never a time and place overall for your medical doctor and your other provider. We respect other providers and we refer to them also, but it's really creating a strategy, a team effort, which is what I really heard from you, Nora, is it's about this continual process. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with everyone watching us, for any tips, or maybe they're at home experiencing anything? I know you shared so much overall that really it is possible when we get to the root cause of how our body can heal.
Well, and I think that people shouldn't feel like just because they have trouble moving, or they feel stiff all the time, or they have aches or pains, or they can't sleep. I don't think you should just accept it as inevitable. There may be things that can't be fixed in a person's body, but mostly I think just sort of time marching on, if we get used to the restrictions and this, you know, subluxations and all the other things, over time it's just going to accumulate. And I do believe a lot more people out there could be a lot more healthy and a lot more pain-free and get benefits. Don't just assume there's nothing can be done. You know, if you've always had pain in your left side, like, it doesn't always have to be the case. There's a lot you can do. And you're always a very positive person. So if you want to be encouraged, to have Dr. Casen work on you.
Well, we are here to help. And thank you so much, Nora, for sharing your testimony. You heard it here. If you have headaches, if you have low energy, if you're tired of being tired, if you're a teacher and you're chasing around middle schoolers and high schoolers, wherever you are in life, please connect with us and we will find out if we can help you. And for some reason, if we can't, we'll find someone who can. I'm Dr. Casen. We're here with the Drugless Doctors.